Greetings and congratulations to the graduates of the class of 2021. I wish we were gathering in person today on that wonderful space with the old gym in the background and the beautiful trees all around us. I've heard that same wish from many of you. When we celebrate this huge milestone, we want to be together, thousands of us. You graduates and your families deserve to celebrate, not just today, but in the weeks and months to come. So we're doing what we have done over the past year and a half, making the best of our situation and doing it with grit, determination, sometimes humor, and with the desire, most of all, to be a community that cares. As president at Lehman for the past 2 years, I feel deprived, as do you, in never being able to participate in an in-person graduation in that role. But I'm still joyful today on this occasion because circumstances cannot diminish its significance or the fact that you have reached a major milestone in your lives and are moving forward to the next one. I've chosen to talk to you today with this amazing new installation behind me. It's the result of the work of a group of faculty and staff members who were asked to re-envision this space so it would reflect Lehman College as it is now. In the center of this great quote from the college namesake, Herbert H. Lehman. And these photos are you, the people that make up Lehman College. I hope you'll get to be here soon to see it in person. Now I want to turn to disruption, surprise, and change. Those are the descriptions of your final time at Lehman College. We can react to those realities with shock, fear, and withdrawal, or we can find ways to use them for our own good. As I prepare to address you on this momentous day, I've been giving a lot of thought to how the struggle to understand why these things happen the way they do. We were warned by experts for years that a major devastating pandemic was coming, and I never doubted that. Yet when it did come, I was taken by surprise, as was almost everyone else. Since I've been president at Lehman, I've often thought about how unpredictable life is and how we cannot know how things we do at each stage of our lives prepares us for what's next. Even when you know you're taking a detour and you're pretty sure that part of your life will not relate to your future, there's really no way to know that. What I've learned is that all my experiences have been in some ways important later on. Let me relate some of my experience prior to coming to Lehman College. When I arrived at Lehman College, I had been working within CUNY for a long time. I'm a professor emeritus of biology at the City College of New York, and I collaborated for years with colleagues on bioheat transfer and vascular mechanics research, and also new ways of teaching college science. I've worked as a dean of several quite different CUNY programs, been an associate provost, a provost, among other leadership roles. I was also an elected official when I came to Lehman. I co-founded an institute outside CUNY related to alleviating poverty through international energy development projects. That was during a year of leave from CUNY between 2012 and 2013. I mention these things not because I want to share my resume or CV with you and its highlights. What struck me as I recount these experiences is that, first of all, many of them were not part of a plan I had created, and in fact, most of them were entirely unplanned. Maybe because of that, they didn't always seem connected or likely to be particularly useful in the years or decades ahead. But as it turned out, they all were. I haven't followed a straight, predictable path during my career. Not that there's anything wrong with doing that. And while being Lehman's president, these 2 years, it has seemed like all those experiences prepared me for what has been needed, particularly during the last 15 months. Of course, my experience as a professor and a CUNY administrator were important background for being a president. But having been in electoral politics in New York also became very important. It's helped me to make connections and to be able to use them effectively in the Bronx and in the city. Certainly having a background in biology came in handy during a global pandemic, particularly in its early phases, and having gained an understanding of how insufficient infrastructure impacts health, education, and economy of local areas has also been important for me while helping shape our institutional response to the pandemic and its aftermath. Actually, I can't think of any aspect of my varied career path that hasn't been useful to me as Lehman's president. I predict that for each of you graduates of 2021, the same thing will be true. And let me include in that prediction not only the graduating students, but also family, friends, and staff, and faculty of the college. You go through life, you pick things up, and you think, well, I've taken a new direction. What I've done in the past is no longer so useful to me, but you actually don't know that. You should never discount any of those things you've learned. They'll most likely come into play in ways you can't imagine. Some of those may turn out to be the most important ones you could have in your life's toolkit. One of the important consequences of that is that you can make a wrong turn, have to back up, and change direction, but even that wrong turn will very likely teach you things that will help you later on. I can promise you that. Another consequence of this, what shall we call it? Unintended learning, is that we should embrace change and do things that are not on the prescribed path. We all have a choice at this moment in time entering the post-COVID era, which can be an inflection point in a good way, or it can be an occasion to return as much as possible to the familiar. That's what we're hearing, return to normal. The unwanted and in most ways terrible disruption that we have all experienced in the past 15 months has forced us to learn at a pace we could not have imagined possible 2 years ago. We were forced to, but nonetheless, we have all become much more adept in this digital world we've been inhabiting. Our days and our weeks follow different patterns. Much of this we'll be happy to leave behind, but we've also changed in ways that we should retain and build upon. They're going to be useful as we move forward. We just don't know yet all the ways that will be true. Class of 2021, these realities are unique to you. You could dwell on the difficult challenge of completing your degree and the still unsettled economy you enter after graduation. But that uniqueness can work to your advantage as well. You have had to be flexible, adaptable, and persistent in ways that no other graduating class has. You should have gained confidence that you can accomplish in the midst of a daunting world of the past 15 months. So wear it like a badge of honor. Use it like a shield. Make it part of your toolkit. Be proud. I want to return to a theme of the unexpected and unwanted change and unanticipated results with one more example. Being in a pandemic has been natural to think about health and disease, and I've been thinking about how the war on cancer began and how it ended up. When it began, the major focus was on viruses. But after 20 years and billions of dollars for research, understanding viruses turned out not to be the key to curing cancer. But when AIDS came along shortly thereafter, all that prior research on viruses was critically important in understanding and in learning how to treat HIV. All that research didn't help much with cancer, so it seemed like a failure, a wrong turn. But it was critical for responding to HIV, which didn't even exist in the US when the war on cancer was launched. We've experienced that same kind of result with the coronavirus pandemic. Research on mRNAs was a fringe area for years. In fact, the most important person in developing an understanding of how mRNAs can be used therapeutically, Dr. Katalin Karikó, hasn't even had a secure faculty position through most of her career. Yet without her work, the two most successful vaccines we have, Pfizer and Moderna, would not exist. She didn't know about coronavirus through all her years of work. In fact, for a number of years, she was trying to use mRNAs to improve blood vessels for heart bypass surgery. But that eventually led to the idea of treating infectious diseases. And I, along with hundreds of millions who have had one of those vaccines are the beneficiaries both of her persistence and her ability to see how a solution that didn't work for one problem could work for another. Disruption, surprise, and change. They have been our constant companions the past 15 months. Let's all of us commit to using what we've learned at Lehman College and to expect that we will be applying it in ways we can't imagine now. Remember that everything you have experienced has lessons for your unknown future. Value all that you've learned, good and otherwise, and remember to enjoy every moment as much as you can. Congratulations again, class of 2021, and thank you for the lessons you've shared with me that now are part of the memories I will cherish in the years ahead.
To President Lemons, faculty, staff, distinguished guests, and to you, my fellow graduates of 2021, I am honored to have this opportunity to speak on your behalf, not for you, but with you. My message today is succinct, yet often left unsaid or not espoused enough by the myriad of voices in society and in our lives. A fact that is still unable to render it powerless. This simple message has 3 words. You are worthy. And thus, collectively, we are worthy. The past year has not been a bed of roses, to say the least, and it has enabled all of us to persist through physical, emotional, and mental boundaries that we never thought that we would face, all the while reacting to the unknown in real time, while learning to expect the unexpected at every turn. We have all simultaneously dealt with the dual realities of the coronavirus pandemic and a heightened social consciousness spurred by the continuous racial injustice captured on countless videos, which instigated the cry for justice for those whose humanity went unseen because of the color of their skin or the socioeconomic condition. We are all forever changed by the experience. Still, we are worthy. We endured a polarizing political climate, an election that pitted family members and friends on opposite ends of the spectrum, the impact of which caused an increase in violence against minorities and ethnicities, which we continue to see ripples of today. Still, we are worthy. Additionally, here's another somber fact to ponder. We are all connected to someone who has lost someone, a loved one. Or maybe we are mourning our own beloved as a result of a virus that does not discriminate. Furthermore, we as a school community are mourning the loss of the ability to connect with each other through physical human contact on campus. Even I, who considers myself to be 90% introvert and 10% extrovert on a good day, miss the sight of the Lehman campus, the smells from the dining halls, the wonderful and beautiful sounds from the music building, and the camaraderie from the hundreds of faces I used to greet with a smile, even though I never knew a single name. Yet still, we are worthy. We have lived our lives behind a veil, or rather mask, learned to acclimate to the Zoom or Blackboard Collaborate experience, which is a whole other story, with each of us inhabiting our own little square in a sea of squares while quenching anxieties related with the reality like, am I on mute? Who is not on mute? Is my video on? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Did they freeze? Is my Wi-Fi strong enough? We have experienced the beginning of this tumultuous journey, lived through the middle of its peak, and now see the light at the end of the tunnel and itch to get a Moderna, Pfizer, or Johnson & Johnson vaccine, which promises to bring everything back to normal, if that was ever a thing to begin with. Hence, let us rather say, to bring us back to the status quo that we all learned to tolerate. Yet, we are worthy. As a woman of color, a Ghanaian immigrant, and the daughter of immigrants, who had to learn to navigate the unexpected prematurely and persist through obstacles. I did not believe that I was worthy. However, after maturing and subsequently teaching other marginalized children whose experiences mirrored my own childhood experiences, I noticed how the youth of today continue to seek joy and desire to succeed. And for that reason, I understand that we are all worthy. Not because of what we look like or where we come from, but because of the sheer tenacity that is deposited within the confines of our human spirit. Regardless of the obstacles or trials set before us or how many times we fall or fail, we still carry on as a human race. Moreover, I think of the aforementioned realities that we have all traversed in 2020 and 2021 and are still enduring today. I also remember other realities of how thousands of people of different cultures, faiths, and creeds marched and are still marching with masks on in cities across the country for social justice. The small acts of kindness that everyday people are doing to come to the aid of others. And those who volunteered and are continuing to volunteer their time, talent, and gifts to enable strangers to have an opportunity to survive. I think of our families and friends who supported and encouraged us along the way, while they themselves were walking through the unknown with us. I also think of the phenomenal professors, especially in the music department, who helped us navigate the tumultuous terrain and challenge us to reach for excellence. Those professors who navigated the terrain of new technologies, those reflective practitioners who stayed online after class to answer our questions or lead restorative conversations to enable us to talk with our peers and build a virtual connection. Those professors who allowed some late assignments and started classes with, "How are you?" and actually listened for our responses. We could not have done it without you. Most of all, I think of you, my fellow graduates, who decided a little over a year ago that even through all of the chaos, we would muster the courage and fortitude to complete our studies. Let us be honest. We are resilient, determined, flexible, and fabulous, and yet unbroken. How, you may ask? Well, because we waited on long holds on the phone and sent various emails to ensure we met our requirements. Some of us taught our children at home while working online and going to school. Others of us are essential workers like nurses, teachers, grocery store employees, Uber, Lyft, and bus drivers, and others who literally risked our lives through this pandemic, yet completed our studies. Oh God. Whatever our stories, we are trailblazers who have navigated an unknown reality in stride as best as we could. For that reason and more, our collective futures remain pregnant with possibility, and we will conquer the rest of this unwritten journey called life because we are worthy. So as you open this next chapter, be confident in our battle cry. The fact that our worth is not defined by how others may perceive us, but by our collective and shared experiences that continue to shape our present realities. However, our worth is not only in our ability to push through, but also in our ability to be vulnerable and seek help along the way. Ergo, remember to breathe. Eat lots of chocolate, people. Go to the gym. Binge Netflix. Have your favorite beverage of choice and seek therapy. And feel free to cry if you need to, so that you may continue to cope in any way that does not harm others and is healing to your mind and soul, because we are worthy.
It is the Lehman tradition at commencement to recognize extraordinary individuals who embody the college's mission and values with honorary degrees. These degrees, which are the highest accolades the college can bestow, signal excellence in a field or contributions that have helped effect change and created a more equitable and more just society. We honor 3 luminaries today whose work and scholarship meet that high bar. Former New York Congressman and double Lehman alumnus, Eliot Engel, T.J. English, author, journalist, and humanitarian, and Dolores Huerta, one of the most important civil rights activists of the 20th century. Each has shed light on the urgent issues of our day and been a voice for communities too often ignored. They are worthy models for our graduates as they look to make their mark in the world. Eliot Engel, recipient of the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa, represented the 16th district encompassing North Bronx and southern Westchester County in the United States House of Representatives from 1989 to 2021. Born and raised in the Bronx, he is indeed one of our own. He received both his bachelor's degree in history and a master's degree in guidance and counseling from Lehman College, where he says he blossomed from a skinny, shy kid to a campus leader. Like so many of our students, he was a first-generation college graduate, and he remained one of the college's most enthusiastic supporters over 16 terms and 32 years in Congress. T.J. English, recipient of the degree of Doctor of Letters, honoris causa, has been called America's top chronicler of organized crime. A journalist and the author of 8 nonfiction books, he shines a light on America's underworld, the failings of the criminal justice system, and political corruption, mining the stories he tells for broader lessons of social history. In 2010, after reporting on the narco war in Ciudad Juarez, Mexico, he started the Irish-Mexican Alliance, an initiative designed to raise money for a legal fund in support of Mexican journalists who are targeted for their work covering the war and forced to seek asylum in the US. In honor of his work, Lehman's Office of International Programs and Community Engagement awarded Mr. English its Global Impact Award in 2019. Dolores Huerta, recipient of the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa, has devoted her life to improving working conditions for Latino farm workers and laborers. Determined to fight economic injustice, she helped start the Stockton chapter of a Latino civil rights group, the Community Service Organization, or CSO. It was there that Ms. Huerta was introduced to Cesar Chavez, and the two discovered that they shared a common vision. In 1962, they founded what is now known as the United Farm Workers, the first successful labor union in the history of agriculture. The movement's only woman leader, Ms. Huerta, campaigned for civil rights and coordinated strikes and boycotts at great risk to her safety, and won results. A nationwide Delano grape boycott forced 26 grape growers to sign an agreement with United Farm Workers. She coined the movement's famous slogan, "Si se puede," which inspired President Obama's "Yes, we can" campaign. At age 91, Ms. Huerta advocates for the working poor, women, and children as the founder and president of the Dolores Huerta Foundation. Ms. Huerta, Mr. English, and Mr. Engel will join the 72 distinguished men and women who have received honorary degrees from Lehman College. Congratulations to each of you. I now turn the conferral of their degrees over to Lehman College President Daniel Lehman.
Thank you, Dean Mann. In pursuance of the authority invested in me by law and in accordance with the action of the trustees of the City University of New York, I now confer upon Eliot Engel, T.J. English, and Dolores Huerta the degrees of Doctor of Law, Doctor of Letters, and Doctor of Humane Letters, respectively. Congratulations to each of you on this well-deserved distinction.
Lehman College has always meant a lot to me. I was a student in the first graduating class ever of Lehman College back in 1969. I then got a master's degree, and now I have this doctorate from Lehman. So it's really quite an honor to be affiliated with a school that has meant so much in my life. I want to thank President Daniel Lemons. I want to thank the City of New York Board of Trustees Committee on Academic Programs. This occasion has brought to light my days on campus, in student government, as president of my fraternity, all the things that Lehman provided for me to help me for the future. So again, thanks so much. Lehman College is a great, great school, and I'm so lucky to now have my third degree from this school, and so lucky to know how Lehman College touched my life and changed my life. So thank you all. I'll always be there for you and for the school, and I'm just so grateful to you for this wonderful honor. Thank you.
Hello, everybody. This is TJ English. I want to thank everyone at Lehman College who may have played a role in having bestowed upon me the distinction of an honorary doctorate of letters. This is a wonderful surprise. Nothing I ever dreamed of or thought about or thought might happen. The idea that the work I do would be recognized and acknowledged by an institution of higher learning is, for me, a great confirmation. As an author of books and as a journalist, I research and write about the criminal underworld. It's what I most love to do. And I'm sometimes asked, what is it that attracts me to this subject? Am I attracted to the dark side? Well, the truth is I'm attracted to the light and the process of bringing dark, complicated subject matter from the shadows into the light and examine it through study, analysis, and storytelling. It's a form of social anthropology that is endlessly fascinating to me. I love the work. And as everyone knows, when you're doing something you love and sending it out into the social universe, you may actually be making the world a better place. I was recently in Colombia doing research on that country's narco history and how that has played out in the United States, how it did play out in the United States in the 1980s and 1990s. I was there following in the footsteps of Pablo Escobar and others who became notorious as cocaine traffickers. And while I was there investigating that subject, Colombia became embroiled in a series of protests by citizens who were angry and upset about social inequities that have affected that country for the last half a century. And it struck me as I was researching the narco history, how deeply intertwined that criminal history was to the social and economic issues that currently had the people of Colombia in a volatile state of social protest. These things are all connected. And if you're lucky, and if you're open to it, these are the kinds of parallels that can lead to great insights, and perhaps one day you will be recognized by a preeminent college and have bestowed upon you an honorary doctorate of letters. So again, thank you. I would especially like to thank Dr. Teresita Levy, who is a friend and has been a tremendous supporter of my writing for a number of years. Teresita was instrumental in my being given the Global Impact Award by Lehman College a few years ago. That was a great honor that has now been superseded by an even greater recognition of an honorary doctorate. So the encouragement I've been given specifically by Lehman College has been an inspiration to me. The institution and the people who comprise the institution have a special place in my heart. So much love, peace, and have a wonderful day.
Hello, this is Dolores Huerta, and I want to thank you very much, Lehman College, for bestowing on me this honorary degree. I am so very proud that you have chosen me to accept this degree. And I do want to say to all of the graduates out there, I know that you have been studying very hard, and this is a very, very important day for you. And I want to congratulate you and congratulate the families, because I know all of the work that all of you put in to make this day possible. But at the same time, I just want to say, all of you out there, how fortunate you are, because we are at a critical moment in our society, in our country, when we know that we can make the changes that need to be made. Someone once said to me, I wish I would have been born in the 60s. But you know what? The 60s are back, but with steroids, because we see what is happening right now, that we have the opportunity to get rid of the racism, the homophobia, the misogyny, the sexism, the climate change deniers, that we can actually change that. This is happening right now at this moment in time. And you are the ones that are going to make this happen. Because when we look at history, every time that there has been very historical changes, who has it been done by? It's been done by the young people like yourself. When we think of the peace movement, the environmental movement, the women's movement, all of this LGBTQ movement, this has always been done by young people like yourself. So you are the ones that are going to be the change makers that is finally going to bring justice to our society. We know that in our United States of America, we are the richest country in the world. But unfortunately, the resources that we have in our country are not shared. But we can make this happen. And of course, one of the important ways, and I do want to ask all of you to make sure that you involve yourself in the civic life of our country, that you get engaged in the political life, to make sure that we get good people elected to our state legislators, to our US Congress, because they are the ones that make the laws. And no matter how much we protest, how much we march, ultimately, unless we put something into a law that can be implemented, that can be enforced, where people can be held accountable, then we cannot be sure that the changes that we want to see will actually happen. So please, I just beg all of you, please get engaged in political life. I know that right now you all need a little bit of rest, okay, after what you've been through. But as you go forward, I also want to say to you, don't let anybody stand in your way. If there's an obstacle there, just go around it. Just go around that obstacle. And the main thing is, you don't want to quit whatever you aspire to, whatever profession you want, and don't be afraid to ask for help, because somebody out there will help you. And if the first person doesn't help you, then go to the next person. Yeah, we can make it happen. And we have to be the healers. As Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. said, racism is a sickness. Well, we can be the healers, not only to cure racism, misogyny, homophobia. We are the ones that have to do it. And we can do it. So always remember this, that you have the power. And if I ask you who's got the power, your answer would be, we've got the power. And when I say, what kind of power? The answer is people power. Who's got the power? The answer is, we've got the power. What kind of power? People power. Are we going to go out there and create a better world? What do we say? ¿Se puede o no se puede? Sí se puede. So los quiero felicitar a todos ahora en este día tan importante y tan especial. Y siempre nos tenemos que acordar que la gente tiene el poder, pero nos tenemos que involucrar. So, sí se puede, lo podemos hacer. Gracias.
Today, I congratulate you, the Lehman College Class of 2021, not only for your academic achievement, but also for your strength, your perseverance, and your belief in yourself. You rose to the challenge of adjusting to a constantly evolving situation, one that has required many of us to suspend some long-term expectations for the future. Over the past 15 months, you found a way to move forward in spite of myriad hardships and loss, all the while holding fast to plans and hopes for what comes next, despite not really knowing what that might be. whether your life's work helps sustain your own family, your community, your city, the world, and all of these things, your Lehman College education and Lehman values are a foundation to build on, even in the midst of uncertainty. Last year, only 3 months into the pandemic, I reminded our 2020 graduates that the future is always an unknown in all circumstances and in any year. However, as we have seen this past year, the unknown also presents endless possibility. And that is what I want you to think about now. What is possible? What is possible for you, for your family, for your community, for the world in which we live, and how you will shape our future? I join our dedicated faculty and staff, as well as your families and significant others, in congratulating each of you on this accomplishment. I now have the distinct honor of recognizing someone who has been pivotal in the shaping of that future. The winner of the Lehman College Excellence in Teaching Award, Brian Murphy, chair of our Computer Science Department. Professor Murphy motivates well beyond the scope of the classroom. His mentorship, his guidance, and passion for teaching has led to many of his students to return to Lehman College and in fact become faculty in the department themselves, a testament of his dedication to our students, to teaching, and to Lehman College. Professor Murphy, congratulations on this well-deserved accomplishment.
Thank you, Provost Bosu. It's my pleasure to introduce the 2021 Presidential Medal Award winner, Bronx Borough President and Lehman alum Ruben Diaz Jr. The Presidential Medal is awarded at the discretion of the President to a member of the Lehman College community who exemplifies and contributes significantly to the mission and values of the college. I can think of no better recipient than Ruben Diaz Jr., who has tirelessly supported the college since his time as an undergraduate. Congratulations, Ruben, on this well-deserved medal, and thank you.
I'm truly humbled and honored to receive this presidential medal from my alma mater, one of the greatest institutions in the Bronx and throughout the city of New York, Lehman College. Let me just say to President Lemon, to President Delgado, to Chancellor Rodriguez, and to all of the members of the Board of Trustees, thank you for recognizing. Look, as a Bronx boy, as a Lehman alum, this means the world to me. The fact is that Lehman College early on was able to inform my life, first by allowing my dad to get an education and degree from there, but as a young member of the assembly and a young father and a young husband, Lehman College is where I was able to go and get a great affordable education. But even more than that, even more than the textbooks, I was able to sit around a diversity of students in a student body of all ages, from all walks of life. And as the borough president, I am proud to say that the people that I sat around are what informed me to be the best borough president that I can be. It is the reason why every time, every chance I've gotten, I've been supportive of Lehman and the other CUNY campuses as well. And I've done everything that I can as a public servant to make sure that I never ever embarrass the legacy and the institution of Lehman College. For me, this is full circle. This year I am retiring from politics. I've lived a wonderful, wonderful political career and professional career. And I am truly, truly honest when I say that if it were not for the experiences at Lehman College, the relationships with the professors, the relationships with the faculty, the relationships that I was able to make with the student body, and the information that I got from them, I would not be the borough president that I have been over the last 3 terms. Let me just say thank you. And no matter what, everyone will continue to know that Lehman College helped shape the person that I am. Un millón de gracias, and I'll see you all soon.
I mentioned earlier that when I came to Lehman College, I was also an elected official. In that capacity, I first got to know the person I'm about to introduce. She is by all measures an outstanding person, and certainly in the realm of elected officials, she is right at the top. When I got to know Andrea, she was showing up to throw out baseballs at the beginning of Little League seasons, showing up for political fundraisers, even mine. But of course, she has done much bigger things than that, and she has really broken through glass ceilings. Andrea, of course, we know, is the leader of the Senate, the first woman, the first African-American woman to be in that role, and one of the 3 top officials in the state of New York. So we're so proud to have her as an alumna and a supporter of Lehman College, and thrilled to have her deliver to us the address for this commencement for the class of 2021.
Hello, I'm New York State Senate President Pro Tem and Majority Leader Andrea Stewart-Cousins. It's an honor to join the 2021 Lehman graduating class faculty and your family and supporters watching today. I'd like to recognize CUNY Chancellor Felix Matos Rodriguez for his work and dedication to the CUNY system. And a special thank you to Lehman College President, Dr. Daniel Lemons, for inviting me to speak today, being a friend over the years, and for your outstanding leadership of this great institution. I want to additionally note that President Lemons was a great leader in local government as an elected trustee in the village of Hastings-on-Hudson, which I proudly represent in the state Senate. Like all of you graduating today, President Lemons will also be moving on to a new chapter and new challenges in his professional career, and I wish him continued success. Providing these remarks virtually is undoubtedly different from the pomp and circumstances we're used to. Normally, it would be an opportunity for me to pull out my cap and gown and the academic colors representing my master's in public administration. But this year's differences are a reminder of the hardships all of us, individually, as families, and classmates have faced during the COVID-19 pandemic. And to those who have lost loved ones, you have my deepest sympathies. You've all overcome many obstacles to get to this moment. And despite today not being traditional in the sense, it does not take away how important and exciting a day it is. Graduation day provides both a bit of relief from all the hard work you've been putting in to get here, and gives you the moment of celebration that you so richly deserve. It also shines immense hope and excitement on the possibilities of what will come next. You're a diverse group of students who come from many different backgrounds, some even becoming the first in your family to earn a degree. Some of you may have been on the college track from the get-go out of high school and are now on the brink of your first experiences in the professional world. You've also all individually chosen different areas of studies from Lehman's incredibly diverse subject areas. For example, environmental science, human rights, peace studies, mathematics, Latino studies, and nursing. But you've all chosen one thing together: to create more significant opportunities for your lives. Some are like me, who later in my life, while raising my children and working, came to Lehman College to earn my teaching credentials in business education to change my professional path. And as you can see now, my path wandered a good deal from my original intentions while at Lehman, far more, frankly, than I ever imagined at the time. However, I can personally attest to the fact that the knowledge, skills, and critical thinking you've learned here will always be with you and will only make you more powerful wherever it is that life leads you. Since becoming the first woman, an African-American woman, to rise to become temporary president and majority leader of the state Senate, I continually pose a single challenge to my colleagues, Republicans and Democrats alike. We must tear down barriers and create opportunities. Now that you have all taken this major step here today, I too challenge you not to stop, but continue to tear down barriers and create more opportunities, both for yourself and others. And this city, our state, and this country needs you, all of you together, to challenge the barriers that remain and conquer the new ones that inevitably loom ahead. Together, you can help shape how our communities and world look and thrive for the betterment of us all. The COVID-19 pandemic has exposed many inequities in our society that existed long before and will continue to exist without you committing to create those changes. As the great writer and activist James Baldwin said, "Not everything that is faced can be changed, but nothing can be changed until it is faced." You are now in a better position to create the changes that we so desperately need because of your educational accomplishments. And you join 80,000 proud alumni who have done great work in so many fields. You're joining a group of individuals who've gone to make great impacts in public service and business, science and the arts, and so much more. From having personal knowledge and seeing the rightful recognition that Lehman continues to receive, I do not doubt that you are ready, able, and prepared. So enjoy this moment with your peers and loved ones. However, remember my challenge and get ready to get out in this incredible world and keep knocking down those barriers and creating opportunities on the other side. And in return, with your help, I promise I will be up in Albany doing the same, fighting for you and your families and a more equitable and even stronger New York. President Lemons and all of Lehman College, I thank you again for the chance to be a part of this special occasion. Congratulations, graduates.
Congratulations, graduates of 2021. On behalf of the Department of Philosophy and the Disability Studies program, I'd like to wish you all the best, especially our majors and minors. Go out in the world and do your thing.
Congrats to all my Lehman College graduates. I know we've worked hard this semester and we've worked hard this whole time, so let's celebrate.
Congratulations, Lehman class of 2020 and 2021. We finally did it. Our hard work paid off.
Maybe it will not be easy, but challenges are not there to paralyze you. They are there until you get your full potential. Don't stop.
A special congratulations to my husband, Felix Mwake, who is graduating with his master's degree today in education. To all of our graduates, congratulations, best wishes, and go get 'em. You did it.
Dear graduates, it is more than an honor to stand here today to salute and congratulate you for your great achievement. What makes this day special for you is that you represent the first step of not just having a better future for yourself, but also of creating and impacting a better future for the pre-K to 12 children you are serving or about to serve. What makes it also special is the great honor your School of Education just received from the Council for the Accreditation of Educator Programs, CAPE. Thanks to your work and dedication to serve the children of the community and the way you've been serving it, the School of Education received a perfect score, meeting all of CAPE's 5 standards with no stipulation and no areas for improvement for its reaccreditation. Thank you. Finally, what makes it special is that despite the pandemic, you were able to surmount the numerous challenges it has created for you, your families, your communities, and the entire nation. You were able to stand up high on your pedestal, finish the job, pursue your dream, and making it a reality. Please remember that Dr. Martin Luther King also had a dream. He so eloquently described, in fact, it was not just a dream, it was a vision. As teachers, you will be the true embodiment of that vision, for you will be working with little black boys and black girls, little white boys and white girls, little Spanish boys and Spanish girls, little Asian boys and Asian girls, little European boys and European girls, little African boys and African girls, Jews, Protestants, Catholics, Hindus, and Muslims, to help them join hands as sisters and brothers, as classmates, as colleagues, as Americans, and continue to transform America and the world into an oasis of real freedom and justice. Dear parents and relatives, dear community, Please join us in congratulating the class of 2021. God bless you all, and God continue to bless the United States of America. Thank you.
Congratulations, class of 2021 Lehman College. You have accomplished this amazing milestone to an incredible journey that has just begun. During the most difficult time, pat yourself on the back. Congratulations, and keep learning, keep striving, and keep trying to accomplish the best. Congratulations, Tarsi.
The SOE Dean's Office is so very proud of our School of Education graduates.
Now, as the Gandhi quote states, you must be the change you wish to see in the world.
Time to go and touch the lives of the next generation of PK-12 students.
Congratulations!
Congratulations! Woo!
Way to go!
Congratulations, class of 2021. When I think of our class, I think of perseverance. We are the definition of perseverance. We are the definition of resilience, and we are the definition of excellence. So congratulations to us. We did it, Joe.
I am incredibly overwhelmed with emotions. I am happy. I'm so grateful. This is an accomplishment for me and my family. And I'm just happy that I'm in this road and I finally finished the road. So everyone, congratulations. We finally made it to the finale.
Graduation may seem like it's the end, but your journey is just beginning.
This is just the beginning of so many great things ahead of us. I'm proud of myself, and I'm proud of you too. Congratulations, we did it.
Hi, thank you, Professor, for giving us the opportunity to thank our fellow students that who are graduating, and I'm graduating too. And I have to congratulate them and congratulate myself. Thank you so much.
Hey, class of 2021. This is Professor Paulo Las Coco from the English department, congratulating you on a job well done, wishing you the best, and telling you to stay in touch and make Lehman proud.
Congratulations, Lehman College class of 2021. I am Pam Mills. I'm the Dean of the School of Natural and Social Sciences. Our school includes 15 degrees from the departments of anthropology, biology, chemistry, computer science, economics and business, earth, environmental, and geospatial sciences, mathematics, physics, political science, psychology, and sociology. And on behalf of the faculty of our school, we want to say that we are so very proud of you. You persisted in the most difficult of times to complete your education and further your ambitions. As you head to new careers or to graduate or professional schools, we see the scientists, social scientists, and business leaders of the future. In keeping with the namesake of our college, we know you will leave us to create positive change for your family, your community, and for humanity. We wish you the very best in the years ahead and want to say, go, class of 2021.
Dear class of 2021, I congratulate you for your biggest achievement yet. I wish to be with you to have a party together. Unfortunately, this is not possible. In behalf of myself and Department of Chemistry, I wish you good luck in your future endeavors, in your life and your career.
Class of 2021, it's Jada Quinlan. I am happy to announce that I'm graduating with all of you today with my Bachelor's of Science in Accounting and a minoring focus in International Business Management.
Hi, my name is Stephanie and I am a Lehman College graduate. My advice to future graduates is hard work and dedication is the key to success. Don't give up when the going gets tough. Thank you and congratulations.
Class of 2021, we did it. Congrats. I have met so many dedicated and hardworking people at Lehman, and I'm lucky to share this day with you guys.
Hi, congratulations to the class of 2021. Congrats on pushing through and working hard through this pandemic. I know it's very difficult, and shout out to all of the working parents who also had to push through with their students and online learning alongside them. So welcome to the end of this path, and I wish you the best on your future endeavors.
Hello everybody, my name is Alvin Cole and I'm an accounting major. I'm graduating now. I just want to say we did it. Congratulations to everybody. We're awesome.
Greetings. I am the Dean for the School of Health Science, Human Services, and Nursing. We salute the baccalaureates and the master's degrees, graduates of the class of 2021 in the Department of Health Science, Social Work, Speech Language and Hearing Sciences, and Nursing. I am indeed proud to be a part of your journey to which you have accomplished your educational goals. Our school, your chairs, the faculty have all endeavored to join the Lehman College in preparing you as professionals in your discipline to do great things. We believe together we were able to educate you to be proficient in your field, empower you as expert thinkers in your discipline, engage you as citizens and professionals to work with and within our diverse society. We know this year was a challenge for all of us, but we salute you for your tenacity, your perseverance, and your grit. Again, congratulations. We are very proud of you.
I'm so excited for myself and for my fellow classmates. I know class of 2021 is definitely marked by resilience. It hasn't been an easy road, but definitely one that's worth it. Let's go, guys. We're almost there.
I'm here today to congratulate each and every single one of you on your milestone accomplishment. It has not been an easy journey, but yet you have made it thus far.
Hi, my name is Stewart-Cousins, and this milestone means so much to me because this is the next step in my purpose and my calling.
Congratulations, class of 2021. It's been a long road of late nights and long mornings, but we have made it. Wishing everybody a good luck in their future.
Hi, this is Professor Penny Prince from Music. I was so happy to be able to teach you while you were here at Lehman. I wish you the very best in everything you do. Please stay in touch.
Congratulations, you made it. The Office of the Provost is so happy that you've made it and want to wish you congratulations and all the best in your future endeavors.
Congratulations. Thank you, all of you who took LEH. You did a great job. Thank you for all the sacrifices, all the late nights, your tremendous success. All the best to you in the future.
Congratulations to the biology graduates of the class of 2021. Be bold and empowered to use your biological knowledge and training to improve human health and the environment. Congratulations.
Congratulations to the class of 2021 at CUNY's Lehman College. We're really proud of you. You've made it through twin pandemics of racism and COVID-19. The Bronx deserves the best. Congratulations.
Hi, I'm Jane McKillop, the Dean of the School of Continuing and Professional Studies, and I'm delighted to congratulate all the students who've gone through the adult degree program and who are graduating this year. We wish you all the best in your future career, and we're so proud of you. Congratulations, all the best. Bye-bye.
Congratulations to the class of 2021. I'm glad you guys made it through, and I'd like to send a special shout out to my niece, Dijon Rem, who will be graduating with a master's in nursing from the nursing program with a master's as a family nurse practitioner. Congratulations to all the nurses who helped us make it through this tough time.
Congratulations to all the graduates from the Department of Counseling, Leadership, Literacy, and Special Education.
To every classy student graduating.
Congratulations! Yay!
Yay! Congratulations, class of 2021. You did it. You graduated from college under the most difficult of circumstances. You should be very proud of yourself, and so should be your families and your support networks. We are very proud of you here at Lehman College, and we know you will go places.
Yes, my name is Claudette Sainz, and I would like to give thanks to my family, my professors and advisors, and to my fellow graduates. We have reached our goal. Congratulations to all of us.
On behalf of the Department of Music, Multimedia, Theater, and Dance,
We want to congratulate you and wish you all the best in your future careers.
Congratulations, class of 2021. You have a lot to be proud of today, and we are all proud of you. On behalf of all of us in journalism and media studies, we wish you a great life ahead. Now go take over the world.
My name is Nairobi Vasquez, and I want to say thank you to everyone who helped me and to my family, parents, and friends. Papi, Mommy, I did it!
Congratulations from the Mexican Studies Institute at CUNY. Muchas felicidades, lo lograron.
On behalf of the GPS program, congratulations, and special shout out to our very first fall 2017 cohort. Way to go.
Hello, Lehman College class of 2021. I'm James Mann, Dean of the School of Arts and Humanities. I'm delighted to have this opportunity to congratulate you on having completed your degree while working remotely for the entire year. We are incredibly proud of you. To all of the graduates of the School of Arts and Humanities in particular, I would like to give my congratulations. I would also like to thank all of the faculty and staff in the School of Arts and Humanities who helped you throughout this year to achieve your ambition of graduating this spring. I would like to give a special shout out to all of the students who participated in productions in the theatre, dance and music programs this year, which were shot entirely over Zoom. Your performances brightened the year for all of us. I'm delighted that these productions are still available to watch on the college's YouTube channels. Thank you. The class of 2021 is a very special class for me. In addition to there being a number of former students and advisees in philosophy, my wife, Nicole, is graduating this year with a master's degree in English. When you graduate from Lehman, Lehman becomes your alma mater, your nourishing mother, providing intellectual nourishment to her students. And you become an alumnus or an alumna, meaning someone who has been nourished. I do hope that you feel nourished by your time at Lehman, and I wish you well on your next exciting steps.
At Lehman, I'm at the math cohort, and they helped me get through this rough time. So I'm not only saying congratulations to cohort 8, but also congratulations to my second family.
It is an overwhelming feeling to be recognized amongst this year's honorees. Despite the pandemic and the hardship we've experienced, we were still able to make this breakthrough to see ourselves graduate. I will be forever grateful to God and to everyone who have supported me during this journey. Thank you.
Hi Tarsi, Titi loves you. I'm so proud of you. You did it, my friend. Now the journey has ended and a new one will begin. Bye.
Zig Ziglar said, if you are not willing to learn, no one can help you. If you are determined to learn, no one can stop you. Despite the hurdles, I made it.
Congratulations to my fellow classmates who are part of the New York City Teaching Collaborative and Teaching Fellows Class of 2021.
Professor Spear sending congratulations to Lehman's class of 2021, including Chavo Lecor, graduating with honors in French. To all of you, bravo.
With the love and support of our families, friends, and each other, we were able to persevere. Class of 2021, we made it to the finish line. Congrats.
Congratulations, class of 2021. You made it through this very difficult time. You should be very proud of yourselves, and I look forward to what you'll be doing in the future.
Congratulations, class of 2021. We did it! Woo!
In pursuance of the authority vested in me by law on recommendation of the faculty and in accordance with the action of the trustees of the City University of New York, I now confer upon each of you the degree for which you have been recommended. My congratulations to all bachelor's, master's, certificate, and advanced certificate graduates.